All right, good day, everybody. Hey, I haven't done a video in a while, so, oops, upside down. Hey, I wanted to share with you guys a pretty stinking safe team. I've only lost with this team one time. The one time, it was just a good move, but I made an adjustment because of it. So you live and you learn, even with really great teams. So this team so far has one loss this season with over 200 wins. So here's it goes. The team setup is real simple. You're going to use Lori, Agnon, Solaris, and you're going to use Alrakis. Now, Alrakis, everyone knows how to ruin Alrakis, but I'll show you the builds on all of them so there's no, hey, what abouts. So the stats on my Lori look like this. She's 6 stars, of course. Good defense, good amount of health, good amount of skill, 5K. She has an elite champion rune, healer. Guardian rune, of course. Elite champion, that's just for health. The 4th stat, I wish it could be a little bit different, but it is what it is. I just needed a health champion rune right there. Healer rune again for green, and the blue is a healer rune, and she's very, 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 very hard to kill. Anyway, so the thing that I want to point out while we're on her real quick is that you can't catch me as soon as I find it. Flying allies can't have buffs, removes, or debuffs added by non-flying enemies. This is huge for this team because that's what makes Solaris go against these Jins and Arias and what have you. So there is her. Now, Solaris. Solaris stats look about like this. You want a Flying Fortress, you want sky-high skill for healing, and you'll see why that's important in just a little bit. But her stats look about like this. Runes-wise, she has an inhibitor rune. That's important because if dragons follow up with basic attacks, you want to really mitigate that. As a matter of fact, I have a life rune right here, but as you see, I have an inhibitor rune here, and I keep toying with the idea of putting it on to reduce those dragon auto attacks that happen. Because as we all know, those dragon auto attacks are nasty. But if I could reduce them by a combined 30%, wouldn't be that bad. I have a focus rune. Now, the reason why the focus rune is there is A, to boost healing, because it's a healer. But the other thing about it is allied beasts gain 20% hit points for each beast on the team. So on top of the health that she has, she's going to have 20%, plus there's going to be a skill factor in there. Then, of course, we all know what Solaris is for as far as that goes. We also have Agnon, which is a fun guy. Now, my Agnon is built like this. 96, 17, not 3K skill. I know it, guys. I wish I could, but the build I have with him is too good to change. So this, I got to break my own rule. Max health 2145. The way he's built, he's of course enabled. I could have put a defensive enabler on him and made him even more tanky, but I did want him to have around that 9K attack that he has. He has an elite tank rune in red. He has an enabler in green, so now he's fully enabled with 3 enablers. And then he has the Elite Freezing Taunt rune. Of course, that's important because they seem to proc 100% of the time. So you definitely want him getting attention. The reason why there's 2 taunt runes is the taunt maintains on him for the second round. So that way, if there's like a Dagon or something like that, they're going to do resounding pounding on an object made of stone versus one of your soft targets, for example. Last but certainly not least, Alrakis. Alrakis is the death dealer of the game. Stats-wise, we're now eclipsing 20,000. We're at 20,185. Skills good. Max health doesn't matter. Defense doesn't matter because he's not meant to live. Elite tainted attack, double attack tainted, double attack tainted, double attack tainted, and double attack tainted. Bada boom, bada bang. What about evasion runes? Don't worry about it. But Brad, what if? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So here's the whole thing. So this is one of the few teams that you're not going to bring this to, and the reason why is because if they have a Lori first and they cast flying on their Sybil, Sybil's going to be able to purge all your buffs and stuff like that. So we're not going to want to take that into there. So we're just going to put an end to this real fast. Now, a real safe way to deal with this defense is what you're about to see. The reason why Malice is here is to get that energy drain going. Because if their Niveus is able to get off cold summons, you're going to get golems, and then you guys all know what happens when golems start getting blown up. So we've already got the energy drain. we're going to go Resounding Pounding here. And right here, so they're already down energy drain. Now here you want to use a Thunder Smash on the Dark Hero because you're going to get the elemental bonus and it's going to splash over to there. Bada boom, bada bang. So that's one of the few defenses. As a matter of fact, that's probably the only one I wouldn't bring that to. So now, oh, you would start giving me crappy. I'm on streak too, so I'm not changing. Okay, so let's go over the mechanics of the team because the mechanics of the team are really solid. You're going to want Agnon in slot 1, Lori in slot 2, Solaris in slot 3, and Alrakis in slot 4. So what this is going to do is Alrakis is going to die. He has 2k defense. You breathe on him. He's not dodging nothing. So he's meant to die. So every fight starts off with the Gift of Flight going off. No one's going to get debuffed from your land units. Wow, this Valken hits like a complete wimp. 2k defense, couldn't even do it. Now, of course, here's where the enable kicks in. I want to stone some targets, see if get people get on the ground. Now, look at this healing here from this Firebird. Okay, not a lot that time. Obviously, didn't get a roll, good roll on my heal, but usually it's usually around 7 to 9. Does real good. Man, that whole team hits really weak. And I don't know if you've seen it right there, but that was a 22k chaos damage in between rounds. That's really hard to live through. So let's hope we get a more meta team because I want the fight to go to the beginning of round 2 to show you something that's important. Well, we'll just keep plugging along until we get it. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. Life's going good. Sun shiny here in the great state of Texas, playing by the pool. Life is good. Life is good all the time. Now, real quick, notice because of Lori, that Solaris isn't silenced here. So now, let's say you do enough damage to hit a bunch of people, as we just seen. Okay? Look at this. And that's why you want a Flying Fortress Solaris, because this team's actually hitting pretty hard, but they still weren't able to bring Solaris down. Okay. Not quite enough fury there. But I'm not out of control in this fight at all. And this is perfect because it's going to go to round 2 just the way I wanted. Now, round 2 rolls around. Normally, you'd have Magic Prism ready. This is where you Magic Prism your Solaris. What this allows is Solaris to live through any round 2 attacks from your enemy team. AoE, everything like that. So that will guarantee you get your resurrection off. That should be the fight right there. A little over 15k chaos damage right there. All right, let me get a. I just don't get it, man. Been fighting good defenses all day, and now I do it. They're like, oh, he must be trying to do a video, must be trying to be educational. He must be doing something crazy. I'd pay for a freaking meta defense right now. All these retaliations, all this stuff like that. And once again, the reason why you want the green defensive evasion on Solaris is because if Niveus throws out cold summons or if their Alrakis throws out corruption from within, Niveus is going to auto attack follow all that. Now, if you dodge the corruption from within from Alrakis, Niveus isn't going to auto attack your bird. Whereas if she doesn't dodge that, Niveus is going to follow up. And in my case versus Clara R, who beat this attack, her Niveus is extremely offensive. And those follow-ups wiped out my entire team immediately. It's just not fair. All right, I'll just do this one real quick. The purpose of the team is good. Agon, built defensively. He gets constant healing from Lori as a flyer. You get that end of round 1 normal speed healing from a high skill, high health, high defense Solaris. And then you're going to get the chaos damage from Alrakis. Now, I promise you, if you're ever in a spot where you need to sacrifice round 1, you'll get the rage in. The problem is that the teams we're facing right now just simply aren't doing enough damage. They're just not quite up to snuff to bringing me to bringing up my fury on Solaris. Now look at this healing here. That gives Agnon more health going in between rounds. That gives Lori full health. Look at that, we're at full health now. And so right here is that point where I'm talking about, where now we're going to link up here. Now if there was an AoE coming, like this one here, now it doesn't do anything to Solaris. Doesn't do a single thing. So we'll get that down. Once again, they just didn't do enough damage. My team's at full health, except for Elrakis. And if there was a spot where my team took enough damage to get Fury, I would simply resurrect the team. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Another fun variant is if you throw on like a Niveus on this team and you use Heart of Chaos, which will give Chaos Day, which is the same thing as Snow Day. Then whenever you use Firebird from Solaris, not only will it heal your team, it will also purge your opponent's buffs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Cheer for us. We're doing really good. Really proud of the team so far. Have a good day, guys.